1-1 tag, hopefully indicative of which game he's going to be taking just now.
Yeah, here we go. Gets that jab on top of that just to kind of open it up. With the likes of Roy, you're going to be looking a lot for nairs, forward airs, down tilts, but most importantly on low percentages is up airs. Up airs are such a strong tool in Roy's kit to be able to get those combo starters going, as well as get a lot of follow-ups right afterwards.
Landing up air going to connect from Goblin, so he's in a good spot at the moment. He's got very slight disadvantage against AK, but the kill power is still in his favor at about these percents. And something else, too, he's not really going to have to suffer too much against like Snake building up a huge lead unless he's just getting no hits. Because once Snake gets to that like 150%, every single move that Roy has is going to start killing.
Yeah. Anything that he throws out there. I mean, Snake's always going to hit like a truck, but same thing with Roy, right? So here we go. Get a back air right there at his shield. AK going to go for the high recovery, so it allows him to be able to plant some more C4s. Pretty much just refreshing that C4 in the process. Fantastic trade for AK. Is going to land that back air to put out the first blood of the set.
First blood taken by him, but Goblin looking to fire back quickly. Tries to set up a tech chase off of the down tilt and does so unsuccessfully. So now AK catches him dashing in with a well-placed C4 on the platform, but then immediately gets fired upon by the back air.
Just crosses him up immediately with the full hop back. You're getting that full amount of damage on top of that. Small battlefield coming in clutch here. A lot of grenade dribbling coming out from AK. He's going to continue to just nickel and dime him with a lot of these projectiles. The grenades are applying so much damage, whether it's the physical hit of the grenade or the explosion right afterwards.
Looking for some way to KO here is AK, and he's got a plethora of ways to do it. Just eventually waits for Goblin to overcommit or to make a mistake, and he's got all the time in the world to play that waiting game because he's Snake.
Yeah, he literally set up a wall.
Good. Steve without the Steve.
Yeah, exactly. ApolloKage going up there with the up air at the end on top of that. Goblin from Team Moist seems to be struggling a little bit here up towards the top of the blast zone. 86 damage already and climbing. This is where Snake is having his heyday. Oh my god, the wait afterwards.
AK certainly looking for a panic roll out of Goblin. Goblin not giving it to him, but he still takes so much damage in the process. And yup, it's a matter of when, not if, and the answer is now. Up tilt connects, and AK takes game one in very quick and very dominant fashion.
Right. Goblin looking for this, how to recuperate here. He got stage counter pick advantage. Obviously, with the likes of Snake, I can imagine Roy with like a stage that's a little bit more close to each other, something smaller like Smashville, maybe even Hollow Bastion, Battlefield Normal, something along those lines. It looks like Hollow Bastion seems to be the pick for today.
Good call out, Osti. Certainly true, but this stage also very good for Snake, so maybe Gob reconsidering. Yeah, Smashville instead, and this is the exact stage that I talked about before the set that I think Snake does not want.
I mean, he does have access to that platform with the C4 and allows explosion towards like the center of the stage, but it's still like not as good as Hollow Bastion. So we'll see how it's going to be able to play out. Very close and personal now. A lot more intimate here for Goblin to try to just apply up as much pressure as possible towards AK. And that's exactly how he's going to start off right now. Chasing him off with the down tilt and a forward air. Trying to even end it all with that down air.
Is the big mistake in all these sets versus Goblin taking game number one? Goblin throughout this entire top 8 has consistently lost game 1, then started game 2 with a fire lit underneath him. AK, though, putting up a better fight than most.
Yeah, the game 1 L curse is definitely becoming reality right now with Goblin. Up to a pretty strong start, but AK firing just back as well. Back air again, pushing back off stage. Goblin has stage advantage, gets it down here, destroys the Cypher, but not Snake. Opts to go for high recovery this time around, so he's not a sitting duck and manages to get back to center stage. But that up air, especially the late hit of it, is going to allow him to get some easy combos right afterwards.
Looks for a landing back air. A dash attack connects, but it's the sour spot, so it's not going to be nearly enough for the stock. Goblin fishing for this jab at ledge. AK uses that greed against him and is looking for the stock as a result. He's standing right on top of C4.
Got to be on the lookout for it. Maybe he was aware of going for it. Gets called out by the missile. The thing with that missile is that that's what you have to do right there.
Oh, he saved him.
Fantastic recovery from Goblin. Actually using the forward air to deactivate the missile for a second. And then falls off. Unfortunate. Must have been holding down and fast fell a little bit too soon.
They told him he fell off.
Not like
he's
this.
Able to fire back immediately. An up air to take the stock.
But something you're going to notice a lot whenever Goblin's off stage is that missile coming towards him. If you hit that missile with the forward air or any of your aerials, it deactivates it for like just a second so the explosion won't be active. And so that's why he did, but then recognized he wasn't going to get back to the stage, so he used his up B to get caught by the missile to get back on the stage. Unfortunately, it didn't really get him too much of it, but it was still a very creative recovery. Okay.
Works for me.
Got him. Get that tech read in. Calls him out with the forward smash. Sweet spot from mid-stage and absolutely evaporating that second stock.
Snake, though, more than capable of making this sort of comeback in this sort of game. AK still got to keep fighting against Goblin. Lots of damage being done to him, though. Starting to creep up towards that triple-digit % on the final stock. Might be able to close this out with an edge guard here. No, Goblin just so quick getting back to stage. Not going to get caught by any of these Nikita missiles.
Goblin chilling here on the left side. Jumps up there really high. A lot of sour spot up airs coming out, but no conversions coming out right afterwards. Picks up the grenade in the process. AK capitalizes on that, mind you. Goes for the instant back throw, so he knows he could get caught by the grenade and wouldn't be able to like air dodge or anything in time. Simple dash attack is all you need to close up that second game.
Missed tech chase dash attack is a rarely seen thing from Roy in this game. Usually they'll opt for a jab or an F tilt or even an F smash if they think they can hit it. Goblin, closes it out with that nonetheless and puts himself on the board once again quickly after losing game number 1. Yeah. I just can't get over the fact that he might be doing this on purpose.
Just activating that curse on command. Now, what's actually funny is I always believe, like, no Roy, or even Calm for that matter, wants dash attack. I feel like dash attack is always a misinput, and they wanted forward tilt.
Probably, but it worked out anyway.
Yeah, it did work out. He missed the tech. So here we go. Hollow Bastion now for game number 3. Now, this is the stage we want for Snake. Snake's like this a lot more than Smash, but just because of the nature of it being slightly bigger. Also having that build platform be huge. Up
damage, though, early on going the way of Goblin instead of AK, despite it being his stage counter pick. Looking for a nair here, though. AK fires back and puts him in a disadvantageous spot on the ledge. This is not where Goblin wants to be against a Snake as trigger happy as AK.
I think he keeps dropping these grenades right in front of Goblin. Trying to go for the second follow-up. The up tilt right in the middle of the stage, deleting that first one. Another jab. I think Goblin just backed off. He's like, you know what, there's too many explosions here. I'm just getting out of here. He goes for the double-edged dance to close out that first one for himself. First kill on the board. Gets a second swing of Nair. Going for another double sour spot Nair. Coming out from Roy. ApolloKage on top of him. Did not expect the up B as the immediate response when he finds himself in a tricky situation.
Throwing grenade out there, though, still trying to cover himself. And another Nair. This game, 3, AK's been so good at catching Goblin jumping in with that long lingering Nair hitbox. And you know what? You play a Snake long enough, you're eventually going to get scouted out on a roll-off down throw. It just happens.
I mean, that was like almost revenge for whenever Goblin gets a down tilt tech chase, Coming back in here, AK landing down in the center of the stage. 93 damage on himself. Pulling out yet another grenade, and that damage is starting to climb from his side. Look at him chase after him so high up in the air. I get the frustration. When you see a Snake recovering that high, you just get kind of sick of it, so you want to do anything within your power to try to get that kill off the top. That's exactly what Goblin's doing with these double jumps mid-stage to try to catch up to him. But they can be dangerous. You don't want to spend your double jump like that.
You definitely do not, because it results in, well, situations like this, Asti. 69% on Goblin, and he's just continuing to get damage racked up on him. AK looking for a down smash on ledge, but finally, Goblin takes advantage of a missed back air, dashes underneath, and gets that late hit up tilt.
Okay, back here towards center stage. Picks up the grenade in the process. Unfortunately, going to keep adding on that damage. AK in a very comfy position right now. Can go for all the trades in the world and play as patient as he wants, but he doesn't have to. He just walks up, slowly grabs him, gets called out by the missile, and another point going towards ApolloKage on the verge of moving into Losers Finals.
On the verge of getting a rematch versus Peebnut as well. Player who sent him down into Losers with a 3-0 in the winner's side semis. I would certainly like to see AK get another crack at the Carolina's favorite Mega Man. But he's got to take one more game against Goblin before he can do it. And the venue for that final game, potentially, will be FD.
Man. Having that stage come back up, no platforms allowed. I'm sick of you placing your C4s all over these things. I want a nice, even game here in the middle of the stage. Let's get it. The immediate aggression. Goblin just wants ApolloKage off stage right here, right now.
I don't even think he wants him off stage. He just wants somewhere where he can hit him and taking out his anger.
Dude, you can feel it with those up airs, man. It's like the second he recognized that ApolloKage was out of double jumps and he was going to have to resort to spamming up B, he was just trying to capitalize as much damage on as possible with those up airs.
93%. You're talking about damage, and Goblin certainly has done a fantastic job of building it up, so the game plan's working to perfection. Back air connect, sends AK flying. Jab, back air, still not enough from center stage though.
More and more grenades getting tossed out by them. Plants a C4 on the right side of the stage. Another jab, forward air coming out as the follow-up answer. I like the patience from Goblin, recognizing the C4 was planted on the right side, spaced it out a little bit, gets the up tilt, sweet spot, and deletes that first life.
Well played by Goblin, and it's looking like we've got another Game 5 on our hands, Asti, especially if this game continues as it's been going, but 72% on Goblin. If he's not careful, AK could quickly turn that into a stock, and he's looking for it right here. The up tilt doesn't quite kill, so Goblin's got a chance to do even more damage.
A lot of up tilts, a lot of up airs. Kage just wants to get down to the ground. Let him go.
Let him breathe, please.
Managed to get back onto the stage. Little bit of a reset here. Try to regain your bearings. Gets the up tilt. Brings us to a 2 stocks apiece. That C4 planted on the middle of the stage. Definitely come into play later on, especially as Goblin gets more and more closer towards it. Okay, we're just... These aren't true, so we're just going to spam grenades.
Nope,
why not?
Them.
The best defensive action. Okay, at this point, Goblin looking for probably just like a raw back air, of raw forward tilt, maybe a jab up air. He's mixing it up. He's jumping over him, not swinging too much. Just trying to find that opening. Managed to find the mark with that sour spot up air into sweet spot up air.
Trying to find some way back into this game. But AK, none of the game plans that he's been going with throughout the set and throughout the tournament have been working. Back air connects, but still nothing from it.
That forward smash scared the crap out of me.
I saw you almost knock over the desk.
Dude, he almost air dodged right into it. That could have been disastrous, and that's a way to even up the stocks, I guess. But you know, when you're in this position, that's something you got to do as Snake. You can't allow your teammate, or your opponent, to get too much advantage. But that down smash setting Goblin at a very unfortunate angle, and a missile coming his way to seal that checkmate.
Yeah, had to burn the resources early to even have a chance at making it back. So the checkmate, like you said, unwinnable situation for Goblin. And we were just talking about AK trying to make a comeback, but not getting enough damage for him to make it happen. How's this for damage, Asti?
Dude, they're just trading left and right. Goblin might be on his final stock of the tournament. It's looking kind of bleak, not bleak, but kind of dangerous for himself. AK is sitting here at 106 damage. Got a lot of trades coming up. Both players at triple digits, final stock. The moment is now, AK.
Reverse grenade gets him back onto the stage. That C4 being dropped right in Goblin's face as well. Effectively removing that part of the stage from his perception. Side B, still not enough, but it is going to be a jab into an F tilt to close out the stock. Great stuff by AK, and another set won in this potentially heroic loser's run to get all the way back to get his revenge.